photographer's ready now.
Okay, down at me. Patrick, just stand this way.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the launch of the Williams initial public offering. I've been in Formula One for many, many years. I think certainly over 40 years. Patrick has been with me for much of that time. In the last few years, we've begun to talk about the long-term future of Williams after us. And it was quite fortuitous that once our new Chief Executive, Adam Parr, was here today, I joined the company. He was the sort of person who could educate us how the city works, how other large companies are run with a long-term view, and as a consequence of that, we were introduced to Toto Wolff on my right, who brought his own ideas about how the future of our company, well beyond the lifetime of Patrick and myself in terms of motor racing, could be extended and ensured. I want to be clear at this point that when things move ahead, I will remain as a major shareholder of this group, and that I will have endless energy for a long time to come to ensure also that the team not only prospers but continues to do better and better on the circuits.
We also have great facilities and assets, not only in terms of our business, but in terms of the balance sheet. We have a 33-hectare site in Oxfordshire, which is freehold. We have very little investment requirement for our facilities, our plant and equipment, because we have invested heavily over the past years. And we also have a completely unique collection of 117 of our classic racing cars. So financially, very solid, growing the business in the ways I've described, and I think most importantly, a sound basis for an investment, right apart from whether you love Formula One or not. The first business venture that we've undertaken in recent years was our investment in Williams Hybrid Power. What you see there is a flywheel which is essentially used as a battery. The core technology is a magnetically loaded composite flywheel, so it's actually an integrated motor, and it stores energy by spinning at up to, say, 38,000 RPM. As an alternative to a battery, it has a couple of very interesting properties. Batteries are very effective for storing large amounts of energy. Flywheels are very effective for getting power in and out very efficiently, and they have a long life. They don't degrade.
I've been competing in Formula One since 1969, which makes it something like about 43 or 44 years, I think. And it's time to secure the future of the team beyond the time when I retire and when my partner Patrick also retires.
And where do you see the business as a listed company? Where do you see its future growth coming from, both on and off the track?
Well, I think Formula One has still got a bit of headroom to absorb. That will continue to expand, probably one or two more races and other sources of revenues to support Formula One. But we are quite competent in engineering and other affiliated industries that support Formula One. We may expand into one or two of those, but only one step at a time. And then if we're very clear about profitability.
Well, we've been working very hard in the last 4 years to create an industry structure and a team that is lean and mean, profitable, and I think we've got to the point where we have a stable platform for the future. We've got plenty of growth opportunities. I think it's the ideal timing to bring on public shareholders.
You know, I've been investing in the motorsport environment for a couple of years already, and I've looked at other opportunities within Formula One, but I must say that really the environment has changed completely. With the resource restriction agreement, with some of the big OEMs leaving Formula One, it has changed the landscape. We have tighter cost controls, and therefore teams, privately owned teams like Williams, will be able to be more competitive on track and then off track. And actually, when I came to see Williams 2 years ago, I thought this is basically a waste of one day, but I'm gonna at least see a Formula One team, and I always wanted that. And when I came there, I met the management, met Frank. We immediately had an understanding about the whole thing, and you know, there are these days when you meet somebody and you realize this is a good fit, and this is what I found out nearly 2 years ago.
For me personally, I shall be focusing my attention more on the other activities that Williams conducts rather than Formula One, but I shall still keep a watching brief on Formula One. I'm still on the board, so I'll still be sitting with all the technical people and the production heads when we sit together discussing. I shall still be on what's called the Ops Group meeting, which is the activity supporting the cycle that backs up the Formula One programme. So I shall still be supportive in that. I'm not going to pull out completely. But meanwhile, as I said earlier, my impression is that Sam Michael is fully ready to fly on his own, and where I can assist him I will, but I shall be focusing more of my attention on other Williams activities.
Fantastic.
Well, I think fulfilling the promises that we're making to investors is the key thing. If we can, I mean, we're coming to the market, we're setting out our stall to investors, and the next stage is to deliver that. I want to see solid growth in the F1 business, and some tremendous new business opportunities being realised and generating good returns for shareholders. So that will be pathfinding, and that's the next stage.